everybody, Monica here at Handmade Gift Shop and partnering up with friends swapping paper crafts. On the swap block today we are talking about MDX cards, also known as MDX cards. Now when I first heard about this I was like, what the heck are these? Okay, I had no idea. So to put in old school terms, does anybody remember these? So basically what they are is decorating Rolodex cards. Now I've had this a long time. This is probably 30 years. So some of you have these. Maybe some of you have those spinning ones. But yeah, this is what it is. We're just going to decorate these. So I'm going to show you how to make yourself a template. So you can just make your own. If you have a cutting machine, we'll be putting a file in for Cricut, so you can make them on there. But I'm telling you, you really don't need the cutting machine because these are very simple to make. And yeah, so that's it. So let's get started. So these are some examples of them being decorated. All right, and as you see, I have two sizes here, right? The ones that I have in my vintage ones run 4 inches by 2.5, I believe. Let me just get that for you. Okay, so these are, get the width for you, 2 1/4. All right, so these are 4 inches this way and then 2 1/4 here. So I've done some according to these. All right, now the ones I'm going to show you today are the larger ones, but the width is going to be the same, 4 inches. It's just your height will be different, and you can make it whatever height you want. I wouldn't go past, these are going to be 3 1/4. This is pretty big, but the most important thing is lining up your little holes here so people can put them in their tabs. All right, now how I store mine is in this little holder I made with a book. I saw this online. I thought it was the cutest thing ever. And I have all my swaps in here, my cards. So, you know, if you don't have a holder, this is a cute idea that you can do. And I probably will have a video on that. So stay tuned. All right, so let's get started on this. So what you want to do with making these cards, you do not want to use like light cardstock. You want to stay with medium or heavy cardstock is your best option because you need a good base. Now you can use the poster board that you get at craft stores or your local dollar stores. That works perfect, and you get a lot in the one sheet. So go with that and decorate. All right, so what we're going to do is, for your template, start with an index card. Okay, don't use good paper. Just start with that. This is going to be good enough for you, okay? So you want to cut this down. And remember, we're making the larger one. You want to cut this down to 4 inches to 3 1/4 in height. Okay, so once you do that, you're now going to make your hole marks on here. And how you're going to do that is, I'm going to demonstrate on here so you can see it. So your holes in height, you want to go up 1/4 inch, and then from right to left, you want to measure 1.5 and then 2.5 inches, and those are going to be your dot marks. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to, let me get this the right direction for you. Okay, so my mark on my ruler here, now I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see this. I'll try to get this light out of the way. There we go. Now as long as you cut this straight, you do not need the little measuring pad underneath to line everything up. All right, so here I'm going to, okay, we're going to work from the bottom. So let's do this quickly. So I'm going to line up the 1/4 and then my 1/4 inch. That's 1/4 inch. And now I'm going to take, you can take a pen, marker, whatever you feel comfortable with. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to mark 1.5 and just put my dot here. Then I'm going to come over to 2.5 and put my dot. Okay, so now you've got your two markings. You're 1/4 inch up. Now if I take my template that I already have, you're going to see that your dots line up. Okay, so we're good to go on that. So now what you're going to do is take your hole punch and you're going to put that dot right in the middle. Punch it. And then the other one, put it in the middle. And they're going to line up. And it may not be perfect, but it will line up very closely. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take our scissors and we are just going to cut. You can cut the line straight, or you can put a little angle on them. I like a little angle on them. Again, this is just to make an opening. And that is your card. Okay, so this is going to be what you use for all of making your cards, your template, and it'll work great. And again, if you want to make the shorter ones, it's still the same template, just you're going to cut it shorter. Okay, now, and that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to give you some examples of some of the ideas that I've done on these that are fun. Now your imagination can go wild on these, really. So here I took a puffy sticker and I put it on there on a little bow, and believe it or not, I made the holes long here. I went a 1/2 inch in instead of a 1/4 inch. I didn't get rid of the card. I just went ahead and used it to my advantage and stuck a bow there. You'd never know, right? Okay, and here's a little girl. Now I took the little foam dots and made it 3D. I love a lot of texture, a lot of layers. Interaction with them is great too, and you just want to make it really interesting for your swap partner or for yourself, right? There's another little 3D sticker, and I puffed this up, and let me show you this. Now this one I did on my Cricut. This is a white card that I started with, and I cut this beehive, the honeycomb, on my Cricut, glued that down, and then I have this little sticker and some burlap. So that has a lot of layers to it to make it interesting. And this one I did a shaker one. This was fun. So you can really do something different with these. With a little bit of vinyl and some sequins. And it's see-through, see? So that I really like. And here's one. This has pockets. So this is really a fun thing, because when you send these to your partner, I like to put goodies in everything. So here's just a plain card that your partner can use. But then you can go ahead and fill it with all this fun stuff, right? I used a little vellum to make the pocket so you can see through. And then you can stick the goodies. So if whatever they're going to make, they can use all the goodies that are in here and still have a card to work with. So there's a puppy one. I did one with a little cat. Now, if you don't have vellum, see, this is a vellum that I had, and some of you have it, but if you don't have it, tracing paper works just as well. That's all this is. And I just did tracing paper on the back of that. Okay. Now, this is a great project, too, for double-sided cardstock. So instead of just using the white paper, get your double-sided cardstock and make one. And it's already decorated for you. You just need to embellish. All right, let's see what else I can show you. Oh, and here's one. I did a shaker pocket with a little puppy sticker, and here I have little goodies for my partner in there. Whoops, it all just fell out. All right, so as you can see, there is so much stuff that you can do with these. And just remember, when you're doing a swap, look and see what your partner likes. So you send them something that they like. And if you get something from your swap partner and it's really not your style, go ahead and pass it on. Everybody's sharing, right? Here's one. This is a fun one. Look at that. The little stars shine like the stars. So there's another one. So that's it. That's what MDX cards are. And I hope you got some ideas here, and see how easy it is. Just make your template and start creating. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.